Welcome, everyone. The bride and groom, thank you sincerely for being here today. And before we get started, I'd like to ask on their behalf that you, just one moment. It's the same guy.
We hired the whole videography crew, including the helicopters.
We're getting some overhead shots. Everyone make sure that their phone is off or in the car, please. Silenced. That would be great. We hope you have a wonderful time here, and we're going to get going right now. It says here that please be seated, so if you're not, it would be great if you would. We're gathered here on this beautiful day to celebrate the love of Samantha and Justin. Like many things in life, special moments can seem to pass in the blink of an eye. And with a year like this is, it is ever more important to be present and thankful for these special moments we have together. We'd like to start off today's celebration with a mindfulness practice to slow things down and get ourselves into the moment. This is a practice that is special to the bride and groom. If you feel comfortable doing so, please close your eyes. Center yourself by taking a few deep breaths in and out. As you continue to take deep breaths, take a moment and feel the ground beneath your feet. Notice the breeze and the sun on your skin, the taste of the air, and the sounds both near and far from where you are in this very moment. Take a moment and reflect on those who are seated closest to you and wish them supportive and loving thoughts. And now direct your thoughts and feelings towards Samantha and Justin and focus on the love and support you wish them in their marriage together. Allow them to feel your support and the strength their family and friends bring to their life in this city that is so special to them. Samantha and Justin, please take this moment to be present with one another and with your friends and family and this beautiful space we are in today. Thank you, and please open your eyes. Here's a story of this couple. Many of you might know most of this, but we're going to listen to it again. It's a great story. Justin and Samantha had their first date at a restaurant in Winter Park, Florida on June 15th in 2007. Samantha was a junior in college at UCF, and Justin was part of the engineering team at Nautique Boats. Samantha arrived early, nervously awaiting him at a bar. Now, that's not in the script, but I'll just say they met online, which was special, I think. Pretty common today. She was pleasantly surprised when he walked in the door and their eyes met. They made their way to the table and engaged in the usual first date discussions, followed by a long walk along the railroad in downtown Winter Park. These long walks would become a growing favorite of theirs over the years. The first year together was casual and full of the usual pleasantries, flying kites on the local golf courses, chasing Daisy, that's Justin's dog, who was known for his breaking down windows and doors and running away, and Sam waking Justin up at a 4 a.m. session with orange juice and breakfast to watch some lunar phenomena that only occurred every 10 years. It was just a ploy to spend more time with him. At the end of their first year together, Samantha and Justin said their goodbyes as it was time for her to move to Texas for grad school. Little did they know this was just the beginning. Not long after Sam moved, Justin quickly realized how much he missed her, and he booked a trip to visit her over Labor Day weekend. Once he arrived in Austin, she showed him every exciting thing she had done over the previous 3 months, and within the span of 3 days. Barton Springs, chicken shit bingo, hippie church, and much more. It was then he told her that losing her was the worst decision he had ever made. Over 13 years later, moving between 3 different states, Samantha completing her doctorate in psychology and starting her private practice, and Justin officially taking the leap to entrepreneurship last year with his own marine design company, these two have walked quite the journey in life so far. And here they are together walking one of the most important walks of their life. They're getting married. Everybody still in?
Yeah.
Good. Before we have Sam and Justin exchange their vows, I'd like to offer a few words about marriage. I thought when Sam and Justin asked me to be the officiant at their wedding that it was just because I am the oldest living person in the Winton family. But I was pleased to learn from Samantha that it's because Nancy and I, my wife and I, have been married the longest of any of us in the Winton family. 42 years, almost 43. There's an old song that some of us will remember from our childhoods that goes like this. Love and marriage, go together like a horse and carriage. Sounds so light and simple, and in the beginning, love and marriage usually are. The song doesn't mention anything about how long it takes to hook that horse to the carriage. And for some of us here today, that may have taken longer than usual. The song doesn't mention either anything about what happens when the wood on the carriage gets old and weather-beaten, or when one of the wheels on the carriage breaks off or falls off. Nor is there any mention of what happens when the horse gets sick, too old to pull the carriage. This is where the commitment part of love really needs to show. I recently read a Facebook post where a group of kids were interviewed aged 4 to 8 and were asked the question, what does love mean? Here's some of the answers. Elaine, age 5, said, love is when mommy gives daddy the best piece of chicken. Tommy, age 6, said, love is like little old woman and a little old man who are still friends even after they know each other so well. Mark, age 6, said, love is when mommy sees daddy on the toilet and she doesn't think it's gross. Bobby, age 7, said, love is what's in the room with you at Christmas if you stop opening presents and listen. And Alice, age 8, very insightful, said, when my grandmother got arthritis, she couldn't bend over and paint her toenails anymore. So my grandfather does it for her all the time, even when his hands got arthritis too. Sam and Justin have been together 13 years and by all accounts are doing well. In fact, they're doing very well, better than well. They are blessed with good health, good looks, good jobs, a nice home, great family, great friends, and they're very happy together. So here's the big question. Why get married? Why change anything? Why risk it? I'd like to suggest that the main reason is you, us. Sam and Justin have been together longer than most new marriages last today. They have been together long enough to know each other's strengths and weaknesses, to learn each other's pet peeves, long enough to have had some good fights and to have made up. They are already committed to one another. So I ask again, why marry? And here's what I think. For them, it's not enough to show and profess their love to each other. They need to profess it and show it in the presence of the other people they love, their family and their closest friends. They want and need you to hear them promise that they'll be faithful to each other for the rest of their lives. They want you to hear them each promise the other that they will help and comfort each other when they're hurt or in pain. And most of all, they want you to be here for them now and in the future to help them keep those promises and vows that they make today. As witnesses to these promises, we become part of their marriage. We assume responsibility to encourage them when times get tough and to applaud them when things go well. Justin and Samantha, you are about to make serious promises to one another. Today, these vows are beautiful words representing even more beautiful intentions. You will find that if you live these vows over the years, investing your time, your love, and your commitment to one another, the happy times of your life will be twice as joyous because there will be someone with whom to share these joys.
Oh my God, you are so beautiful. The dress is lovely. I am so happy for you.
Thank you, Daddy. Pretty good, huh?
It's pretty good,
Do you
yes.
think he'll like it?
Yes, I think you'll like it.
That's good. Thank you. I'm supposed to blot it. Right there. I like this. Your boutonniere looks really pretty. Finally happening, Dad.
It is. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
I just can't tell you.
I love you.
It's wonderful. I love you too.
It's gonna be an emotional walk. Oh, you have a tissue.
I have a tissue. I have to find the pocket.
How am I doing? Is it running all the way down my
No.
face?
You look great.
Okay. That's good. You want to keep that? I'll need that later.
Yeah, I'm sure of it.
Okay. I love you. That was a lot more emotional than I thought it would be.
Justin and Samantha have chosen to write their own vows. And Justin, I shall hand you that.
Samantha, today I choose you to be my wife. 13 years. You've waited a long time. I feel we've had a near effortless relationship. We've faced seemingly little hardship. Our journey has only been challenged by cross-country moves, crazy canines, and epic plans postponed by pandemics. Thankfully, most of our time has been spent celebrating, becoming a doctor, purchasing a home, starting businesses. Good or bad, we've done it together, for better or worse. We formed this social union dozens of years ago. You've only been waiting for today when we simply put it into law. I have no new vows to share with you. I'm confident we will continue to support, encourage, trust, respect each other. Our love is a testament that our vows are beyond words at a wedding. the way we treat each other every day. Samantha, this is why I choose you to be my wife.
Bobby, I gotta go next.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I'll keep the napkin. Let me dry my face a little. Not that it matters. Okay. Justin, today I choose you to be my husband. On our walks, you remind me that what we have isn't based on luck. You remind me that what we have has taken hard work and a willingness to be vulnerable and open and to lean into the discomfort of learning and becoming stronger together. To me, marriage means walking together through life, knowing that when we get lost or make a wrong turn, we vow to hold each other's hand and guide each other to a place of safety. That we vow to love each other, be true to each other, and lift each other up. I want to walk with you today and forever, because having you by my side means I don't always need to know the way, as you are there to help guide me. I choose you to be the person I lean on and lift up, the person who calls me out and calls on me to create the greatest adventure. You are the person I choose to hold my hand, and I vow to hold yours forever and always. Justin, today I choose you to be my husband.
Thanks. I'll trade you.
Yeah, trade you.
We're going to have the exchange of rings now.
Sorry.
Justin and Samantha are going to exchange rings as a symbol of the promises they've made here today and of their ongoing commitment to each other. Rings are a sign of mutual respect and the circular representation of an unbreakable bond between the two of them. Justin, you may put the ring on Sam's finger. Justin, repeat after me. Samantha, I give you this ring
Samantha, I give you this ring
as a symbol that you are my person
as a symbol that you are my person
and that I will love you forever.
and that I will love you forever.
Please wear it as a daily sign of our commitment to each other.
Please wear it as a daily sign of our commitment together.
Samantha, do you take Justin to be your lawfully wedded husband? Do you promise to love and support him, challenge him and care for him? Do you promise before those here today that you will keep him close to your heart in good times and bad, in sickness and in health? Do you promise to share your joys and sorrows, help him when he needs help, and turn to him first when you need help, and be true to him above all others, to be his and his alone?
I do.
Samantha, would you put the ring on Justin's finger?
That was pretty impressive.
Got it?
Got it.
Samantha, will you repeat after me? Justin, I give you this ring
Justin, I give you this ring
as a symbol that you are my person
as a symbol that you are my person,
and that I will love you forever.
and I will love you forever.
Please wear it as a daily sign of our commitment to each other.
Please wear it as a daily sign of our commitment to each other.
Do you, Justin, take Samantha to be your lawfully wedded wife? Do you promise to love her and support her, challenge her and care for her? Do you promise before those here today that you will keep her close to your heart in good times and bad, in sickness and in health? Do you promise to share your joys and sorrows, Help her when she needs help, and turn to her first when you need help. And be true to her above all others, to be hers and hers alone. And now, by the power vested in me by the state of Florida, it is my honor and delight to declare you married. Go forth and live each day to the fullest, and you may kiss. Congratulations.
Just say that 4,857 days ago, Samantha and Justin met.
4,000.
Yes, that's what it says. I found that on Facebook, yes. Anyway, this is to Justin. Justin, I want to thank you for taking such good care of my little girl. I want to thank you for picking up Root in Orlando, going to Austin, taking care of her for the 6 years she was in school.
Louder.
I want to thank you for letting everything go in your life to put on hold to follow my little girl to California. And I want to thank you both for coming back to St. Pete. I want to thank you both for coming home. Thank you for bringing her home. You be good to this man. He is a gem. To the two of you, long life, happiness. Take care. Okay, got through it. Chink.
All right, go ahead and start eating. We are good to go on food.
Made you cry, made you cry.
Is that the goal?
No, I was just hoping to get through it.
I gotta rewrite it.
We're toast. Are you gonna do yours? All right. Okay.
You can do it.
I wasn't going to do this.
You can do it.
See, I wasn't going to do this.
We can read it for you if you like. It'll be just as heartfelt.
This is from a Facebook post that I publish each year for his birthday, with series of photos of him growing up. He still looks like an angel while he's sleeping. He cleans up well. He drives things bigger and faster than he is. He's still cute as a button, and he's still my buddy. Justin, I wasn't going to write a speech. How can I pull the intense love and admiration that I have for you from the deep recesses of the last 40 years of my beating heart and pop them into my mouth to puff them out in a video with any sort of comprehension for the viewer? We talk to each other without speaking. So Sam, this is for you, as you wish. I never knew what I wanted to be when I grew up, but I always knew that I wanted to be a mom. I don't know how lucky you feel that you got stuck with me, but all my dreams came true on July 15th, 1980, 11:22 p.m. Dan Fogelberg wrote a song while you were still being baked. But I sang it to you and Patrick as a lullaby, and I sing it now to Reagan. It puts her to sleep too. So maybe you won't remember it as a lullaby song, as I will always. Maybe my singing it now won't put you to sleep. And maybe today I give this song to you and to Sam and wish you the best in your marriage, always. And I said I probably need her as a prop. Longer than there've been fishes in the ocean, higher than any bird ever flew, longer than there've been stars up in the heavens. I've been in love with you. Stronger than any mountain cathedral, truer than any tree ever grew, deeper than any forest primeval. I've been in love with you. I'll bring fire in the winter. You'll bring showers in the spring. We'll fly through the falls and summers with love on our wings. Through the years, as the fire starts to mellow, burning lines in the book of our lives, though the binding cracks and the pages start to yellow, I'll be in love with you. I am in love with you. And you. Love you so much.
Today's a special day. Today I watched Samantha, my daughter, marry a man that I'm proud to have in my family now. I'm proud of Samantha and her accomplishments, especially finishing her turtle.
Only took 20 years.
I wish you both all the happiness that you deserve. Always remember, you are one unit now. Support each other in the good times and especially the bad. Be flexible and compromise. Now, everyone raise your glass. Here's to Justin and Samantha. May you live long and prosper.
That was beautiful. Well, thank you all for coming to Sam and Justin's long-awaited wedding day. Despite COVID's best attempt at foiling their plans, we witnessed a very beautiful ceremony today. When Sam and I were younger, and by younger I mean like high school and college, which was still a long time ago, we used to blast Disney songs obnoxiously and dance in our living rooms. Yeah. I mean, we still do that. Yeah. I mean, maybe that's when it started. You know, when one of us was having a bad day or we felt really crummy or we got a bad test score, we would drag the other person off the couch and just dance obnoxiously to like Ariel's Little Mermaid or to Belle and Beauty and the Beast. It was just our thing to cheer each other up. And I couldn't very well have done that today when Sam and Justin got a little dust in their eyes during the ceremony, but I really wanted to because I thought it would have cheered them up, even though they were happy tears. You know, everyone could always use a little laugh, even when they're crying happy tears. So Sam mentioned Sister for Sale, which is a poem by our favorite poet, Shel Silverstein. And we had all of Shel Silverstein's books when we were kids. And he has a quote that I thought was pretty apt. It says, "Tell me I'm clever, tell me I'm kind, tell me I'm talented, tell me I'm cute, tell me I'm sensitive, grateful and wise, and tell me I'm perfect. But tell me the truth." Because that seems right up their alley. If you hadn't seen their koozies tonight, their koozies say Mr. Right and Mrs. Right. Because they're both perfect. When Sam and Justin started dating 4,800 something odd days ago, I was a bit skeptical. Who is this introverted and quiet guy that was starting to date my very loud and boisterous college-age sister? And to be truthful, we didn't get along for years. But I hopefully have won over his heart, because he has certainly won over my heart. And as you might have witnessed today, both of my kids are obsessed with Uncle Justin. No other man in the whole party, including Pop-Pop, could have attracted the attention of little baby Rhett, who's teething and grumpy. But as soon as he saw Uncle Justin, "Oh, Uncle Justin, I must have you." Even much to Uncle Justin's chagrin, because if you hadn't noticed, Uncle Justin doesn't want babies. So sometimes he's a little forlorn about having babies around him. But that's okay. Sam and Justin's love story has traveled from Orlando to Austin to a very, very minuscule apartment that's smaller than this garage in Palo Alto, and now back to St. Pete. And few relationships could survive that much travel and that much stress and that much change. But Sam and Justin's relationship has thrived where others would not have. And even now that they're both entrepreneurs, and all the struggles that come with being self-made and self-financed and self-stressed, they have survived and thrived. So I want to congratulate Sam and Justin on a beautiful day and a beautiful wedding and a beautiful life together. So please raise a glass to their new marriage. As Mignon McLaughlin said, a successful marriage requires falling in love many times, always with the same person. Cheers.
You gotta come over here to give me a hug, because I can't get out of this chair. That was really amazing.
Love you. Thank you. Thanks for the 3 hours notice.
You always do things on the